No job is more important than raising a child. Parents dream of providing security and comfort for their children, a quiet space for homework, a safe area to play, a room of their own. The confidence that comes from always having a place to call home. Children dream of the future, filled with hope and possibilities. Nothing is more precious than a child's dream. Habitat for Humanity of Northern Virginia is helping to fulfill the dreams of both parents and children. And we need your help to do it.
Where we used to live was small and crowded, and it wasn't that great of a neighborhood. It would get really loud at night, so it'd sometimes be hard to sleep.
Kind of felt like a stranger, because you knew that that was not your house.
It was an embarrassment where I lived. Like, couldn't have friends stay over. I didn't like them to see where I lived.
At Habitat for Humanity of Northern Virginia, we estimate that there are approximately 45,000 families that qualify to be Habitat families. Statistics show that this region is one of the wealthiest in the country, and it's very hard to believe that we have such a need among homeless and low-income families. That means there's a lot of work to be done.
Habitat is about getting families and giving them the ultimate American dream, which is home ownership, and making it possible for them to have that dream in circumstances where otherwise they never would have.
At Habitat, we build homes for families. And every day what we look at is the families and how can we put more families in homes.
One of the great things about Habitat properties and about Habitat build projects is that you wonder how big your heart can be, and then every time you get involved in one of these, it just gets bigger and it gets fuller, and you want to come back and you want to fill it more often.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
14 local churches, City of Alexandria churches, have come together and formed a coalition to raise the money and supply all the volunteers to build this house. And this is actually the 6th house that we've built on this street. In some ways, you could think about building a Habitat house as assembling a puzzle, let's say a wooden puzzle, 5,000 pieces. Assembling our Habitat puzzle takes time, but when the last piece is placed, what we have is a real house for a real family, built one piece at a time by many hands, with lots of love. We need to be building more houses. There is a low-income housing crisis in Northern Virginia. There's no question about that. And we need lots of people thinking outside the box about how to solve this problem.
At Habitat, we use the term quite often that we provide a hand up and not a handout. And that's an important distinction. Our Habitat homeowners have earned these homes.
Yeah, I'm proud that I built this house, and for people to say that it's a nice house, that's a pretty good feeling, yes.
The part that makes me feel the best about the Habitat process is that we're helping people to help themselves.
A lot of people are going to be skeptical about volunteers building houses, but whenever you run into that, I want you to remind them that the Titanic was built by professionals and the Ark was built by volunteers.
I'm really proud of Habitat for Humanity for building these houses for these people, because people are in real need for houses, and it doesn't seem that important when you think of it from an outside point of view, but when you're really in it and experiencing it, it changes everything, and when you get a house, it just feels right. We have our own place now, and it's like a sense of achievement. Like, when it's really cold outside and you have nowhere to go and it's a cold house, you just come home, it's like home sweet home. You have some place to go, some place to stay. It's a really comforting idea.